Going on, everybody? Welcome to our last video presentation for the book Amusing Ourselves to Death. I would like to talk to you guys about chapters 9 through 11, where Postman argues that television is primarily a medium of entertainment, and it undermines the capacity for sustained reflection on vital issues such as religion, politics, and education. He draws a lot of his opinions, or, well, uh, a lot of his ideas from Huxley, in which Huxley warns us about the subtle yet profound threats to our culture. So, one of the first things that I want to talk about is to what extent do I personally resonate with Postman's concerns regarding television and these significant societal realms. So I would have to say, as me, a person who grew up watching TV, I've observed firsthand how easy it is for serious subjects to be transformed into mere spectacles. I also work in the film industry. I'm a truck driver. I do props. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes in film. But I know that political debates. Let's talk about political debates. They are often presented more like entertainment shows rather than platforms for critical discourse. It's ridiculous. Religious programs sometimes emphasize emotional and visual appeal rather than fostering spiritual depth and reflection. And this actually worries me because it affects not just public but also our individual capacity to think critically and deeply about crucial matters. The political race, um, just reality TV, stuff like that is just ruining our nation. Uh, the next thing I want to talk about is Postman suggests that we emphasize Huxley's insights over George Orwell's when examining American society. Orwell feared external oppression and overt censorship, while Huxley feared that we would willingly uh, give up our intellectual freedom in exchange for entertainment and superficial pleasures. So, once again, as a reflection, I personally agree strongly with what Postman aligns with. As far as it goes to Huxley's perspective, today, many of us, including myself at times, can become passive consumers of media, rarely questioning or challenging the information presented to us. So, this brings me to one of my questions. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through content aware that you're generally engaging with what you are seeing? I definitely have. And that's a subtle danger that Huxley identified accurately. So I find J.P. Moreland's concept of the empty self profoundly relevant to this discussion. Moreland argues that contemporary culture fosters individuals who prioritize immediate pleasure, consumerism, and superficial entertainment over deep intellectual and spiritual pursuit. Reflecting once again on my personal experiences and opinions, I realize there's been a lot of moments when I have allowed media to consume and prioritize, um, and give me superficial gratification over meaningful engagement. Case in point, entertainment. We can talk about football games, soccer games, um, cartoons, anime, social media. They've all distracted me from deeper reflective pursuits, whether spiritual growth, intellectual development, or just a simple relationship with others. All three of those things have been negated when it comes to social media or just any form of entertainment that would keep you from connecting with other people. Given these reflections, I generally believe the church has a critical role in addressing these cultural realities. Personally, I see the church as an essential place where we can reflect, reclaim the depth of our intellectual culture. Um, the church should also foster environments and very deep discussions and engagements as it pertains to these critical issues. For example, small group discussions, Bible studies, and educational ministries can provide meaningful alternatives to shallow engagement promoted by television and digital media. Um, the church as a whole has an opportunity and a responsibility to counteract what's going on um, by actively promoting a model of intellectual rigor, um, spiritual reflection. Um, with just these two elements that a church can bring to this family would definitely uh, have us drift more to an intellectual lifestyle over an entertainment based living. Personally, I commit to becoming more intentional about the media that I consume in my spare time, and I prioritize obviously my schoolwork and my family and the depth of reflection of what I'm reading, what's being brought to me to read by my kids. I'm also teaching them how to reflect more on what they do. I'm actually in my wife's classroom now. She homeschools our kids. Um, I encourage all of us to ask ourselves, are we willing uh, to give up television and entertainment? At least some part of the television and entertainment, um, and to pick up books, to pick up our Bibles, to pick up anything really. What steps can we take each day to ensure our engagement with media is thoughtful, reflective, and aligned with our deeper values? I thank you guys so much for looking at my content, reading my discussion posts. I hope to see you next semester, possibly in a class. And thank you for your time and consideration as you read my, as you view my video. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you.